Friends too.
All right, welcome back to another edition of Bleach Bangs, and we have got Farah from Fading Nemesis. What's going on?
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be with you guys tonight.
Excellent, excellent. Let us introduce ourselves a little bit and where we're from. My name is Randy. I don't know why I've still got those dots on there. It usually does say my name, but if something doesn't go terribly goofy each week, then we don't feel like we did our job. So my name is Randy, and I'm in Oklahoma City.
I'm Ashton. I'm also in Oklahoma City.
And I am John. I am in the new Twisted Diamond in Topeka, Kansas.
And I'm Farah Naz, and I'm calling from the Sonoran Desert in Phoenix, Arizona.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I love it.
So what's Christmas like up there? Do you get mad? Is there no snow?
It's like the real Christmas, like it was in the desert. So
hey, yeah.
Fair enough.
I think I would adapt because I am not. I'm tropical.
At the end of the day, people say it's a dry heat, and it is. It's just not as bad as people think it is. So it's again, you want it to be cold on Christmas, but Thanksgiving it starts to cool down. So I just take my AC way down and turn on candles, and I'm good.
Heck yeah! All right. So, tell us everything that you've got going on. How long has the band been together? Let's just start there. How long's the band been together?
Well, this season of my life with music, Fading Nemesis has been around just not very long, for about a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
I have been in the music world for quite a long time, and after coming back from the UK, which I'm sure we'll cover in a little bit, I just took a break and ended up getting into the studio with my producer now, Larry Alia of Mind's Eye Digital. And lo and behold, we had a whole record in our hands. So at the end of the day, while we were writing, Larry and I met Jason, who is the guitar player, incredible songwriter, incredible guitar player. And we formed these songs and brought them to life, and then realized, I think this needs to go out to the people. And so then got a bass player and a drummer. And we had our first shows together in August with Peyton Parrish. They had us on a couple of their shows on their tour and tested out the album. So really, it's new. Our first single came out in August. So we are amazing. Fresh babies out of the water, and we're all experienced. So
right.
But Fading Nemesis came around recently.
Awesome. So is Jason from Arizona as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you didn't know him before?
No, we met about 5 years ago, and sweetly enough, he's now my husband as well. So
wow!
I didn't even know he was a guitar player. So we met at a metal festival. There was a local venue that had a bunch of bands throughout the afternoon and evening. And I just saw this guy there, and we ended up talking. And a couple of weeks into our relationship, I was at his house, and I hear him playing the guitar, and I'm like, is that a recording? It's really good. And realized he was the one playing, and I just was blown away because he just matched the ethos of Fading Nemesis like no one else could have. So that's how he came into the picture.
Really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, that's perfect.
No shit.
If only all of life worked that way, right?
Oh my God, if only.
Sarah, you said you've been in the music business a long time, and I read a lot of your bio stuff that was out there.
Yeah,
And your dad was a sitar player.
he was and is. So very rich upbringing.
So
Yeah.
did he influence your music a lot? Like you getting a start into it then?
Well, the thing is, when you're born into a home and there are sounds coming out of it, built into the environment of your home, as you know, when you're in your developmental stage, everything goes in and becomes a part of your DNA. And so, I think the developmental stages, it would be hard for me to say that I can separate the influence that Eastern music has had on my musical development, on all of my development, really. So yeah, it definitely the music that's coming out even now and always has is a crash between the East and the West. You know, the Eastern being my dad's influence with the sitar playing and all the musicians that used to come to our house, classically trained, classical Eastern wealth, basically. And then my cousins who would send me records from the UK and America and Canada, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. So all of this crashing in my brain as I'm, a little girl. And yeah, it definitely has a part of how I create.
That's really cool. Is your dad going to maybe do a recording with you at some point?
Everyone asks me that. He is an engineer by profession.
Uh-huh.
So he started young, and when he was 15, he was on the radio stations in Pakistan. And Ravi Shankar always said about my dad, he's one of the best sitar players he's ever heard. And so, but my father always did it as a hobby. And now he's getting a little older and he doesn't play as much, but I have a lot of
pull it
samples
off.
and stuff. Yeah, so so maybe, yes.
That would be really cool. I mean, a lot of people are just doing recordings and sending it over the internet, and that's how a lot of albums are being done now anyway. I don't know if all of your band is there in Arizona, but
we're all here. Yep.
We've talked to so many bands that are all in different states, and they collaborate. It's just one of those COVID things that just turned out it'll probably never go away again. It's like we could have been doing this all along. We don't have to live in the same state. What?
It's funny living in the UK for the amount of time that I did, and I did a lot of shows in LA, so I would fly in. But when I had musicians who would be in Detroit or LA, and I had all of them, and we would have remote rehearsals, and that was back in the day before Zoom was a thing at COVID.
Right.
So
wow.
I think it's been happening, and my voice teacher at the time, Ron Anderson, used to do Zoom voice lessons with Kylie Minogue and all of these people that he had voice lessons with, but they were all done remotely. So I think the world is finally, it's now a natural part of daily life, isn't it?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. So how do you go about writing a song? Is there a special recipe that you follow each time? It's like, okay, it's time to start writing. This is what I do first. This is what we do second. This is when we bring in the bass. This is, how does it go about?
The writing process has changed for me throughout the years. This time around, it was really interesting because I write a song on the way I have done it is, to me, if a song cannot be stripped down to acoustic guitar and just voice, it's not a story, which means it's not a song in my books. I mean, it is, but for me, releasing it as Fading Nemesis, I need to make sure that the song can be stripped down just to guitar and voice.
Okay.
So I write very organically that way. So initially when I went into the studio with Larry, I took songs to Larry, and he then brought them to life. He resurrected the songs and made them electric because I have a heavy ear. And so we translated them. And as we were writing, when Jason came into the process, because we had written half the record by that time, it was just me and Larry writing. And Jason came in, and man, that added just an incredible flavor. He had riffs, he had, just verses. And so we started integrating the sounds that I had and I could hear, because for me, melodic is huge, because I grew up with an Eastern father, Eastern myself. So my scales are different than the Western scales. I think in terms of Eastern scales. And so his playing just did it. So then we finished the record. It was me, Larry, and Jason. And then we brought in Ben Anderson of Nothing More. Do you know the drummer for Nothing More?
Yes.
He plays on the record. And so it was finished. Larry played bass. We just did. I like writing with my producers. I really, really do, because I hear production in my head. I hear the orchestration in my head. So it's really important for me to write with my producers. And so, yeah, this particular record was fantastic, because it was kind of a mesh of a lot of different people. And Ben came in and put his own twist on the drumming. And so then when we met Kyle and Chris, they were so fantastic. They just learned the music and then added their own flavor to it as we performed in live. So.
Awesome. You say Nothing More, and it's hilarious. I got off work and I was like, what am I going to wear? And I saw that Nothing More shirt I had in there. I was like, I could wear that. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm running behind. And I ran up here and I was still wearing my work shirt. And right before I was just like, oh my gosh, she just said Nothing More. And I would almost put that damn shirt.
He's such an amazing drummer, and he's a good friend. So it's great to have him on the record.
That's awesome. Awesome. I remember years back, we had a festival at we call it the Zoo Amp, and our radio station puts it on and everything, and it's usually pretty darn big, and it's got Godsmack and things like that. Well, one of the bands had canceled, and they got up there to introduce one of the opening bands, and they said, this band, we called them at 8 o'clock this morning to see if they could fill in. They're from Texas. They're coming down, and let's see Nothing More. And we're like, let's see how this turns. Me and my wife were just in awe, and it was before Nothing More was even taken off, and I'm just like, these guys have it.
Yes,
they've
sure
got it. So
it
was like,
they sure do.
Yeah, so
their writing is phenomenal. Their performance is phenomenal. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Love them.
That's amazing. That's a good story.
I know, it was so cool, and they were still so fresh and new that they were out in the crowd afterwards, and I was actually able to go up to them and talk to them. Hey, we're doing a podcast, and I'd love to have you on, and all this kind of stuff. It's so cool, so nice. They're great people. And a few years back, we were actually able to catch them, and we did a great interview with them. And I love these guys. Sorry, just gushing.
No, you're very good. I like it.
We're not interviewing you. Come on now.
It's just amazing. Yeah, it's just amazing how the music community is. I mean, it all comes full circle at some point, and it's just so cool. But,
I'm gonna loop back over to Farrah and let her do some talking.
You know the reason we're here tonight.
I'm actually gonna swing way back to the very beginning, that you're in the desert, and I want to ask about your Queen of Blame video. I assumed it was filmed there in that same desert.
It was filmed in Yuma. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I think it's. Gosh, I've just gone brain
I was going to say, was that filmed in Tatooine?
Yeah, well, where the ship is crashed and it's Jabba the Hutt, and it was the dunes where they've got. I think it's Empire Strikes. I don't know if it's Empire Strikes, but anyways. But I was obsessed with shooting at some point in that desert, and that's in Buttercup dunes in Yuma. So it's at the edge of California and Arizona. So we shot there. We illegally shot there. We had to get all these permission slips. I was like, let's just outlaw this shit. So we went. We gathered everybody and we picked the coldest and rainiest day we could find, thinking it's gonna be closed and nobody's gonna be there. And man, it turned out great. We shot there and it was phenomenal. The weather was just brilliant. It allowed my veil to just go crazy. It was 35 degrees and I'm performing and I'm like,
holy shit.
Oh my gosh. And these, it was, we have a lot of behind the scene footage, which I think eventually will come out. So it was great.
I think that was a great segue to catch a little clip of that video as well.
Sure.
And I am going to go get something to show you after the video's over, because since we're, taking over the interview anyway. Yeah.
Ashton, we haven't heard from you yet. I'll be interested to see how you cut these other two guys down.
Right? Like, good Lord. I'm the one babysitting the IT side tonight, so we'll see. But yeah, since John goes, let's give him a good little buffer and listen to some of that. Oh, I just love how that sounds. It's just hard, aggressive, and then just kind of lets you breathe a little bit before you get hit again.
And I promise it is coming across the stream a lot. It sounds a little crunchy while we're playing it, but I promise it's coming through right.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried. You guys are professionals. I know. Professional.
Yeah, you can tell by my name.
We're just here. Right? He can't even fill his name out on an app. Come on now.
Since we hit the topic that we don't normally hit, and this, after I moved, I've been missing these for 5 months. I thought they were gone, but I found all my old Star Wars characters together.
Oh wow! And who's missing?
Oh, that's just a tray. I have like 4 trays of them.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Good Lord, so you're set up.
I was like, oh, how come Star Wars came up?
That's great. That's great. You should display them. You should make little shadow box and put them somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to lose them again.
I don't. Again, that's for sure.
I love having the background of that video, knowing that's where a piece of Star Wars. That's really cool.
The crypt, I wanted it to be a crypt because when Daniel buries the little girl, which is supposed to be me, it needs to, the whole idea is going down into the crypt where I'm resurrecting. That's the little girl me, and I'm resurrecting. So we're like, where the fuck are we gonna go get a crypt? I mean, unless we go to somewhere in the Middle East, we can't find a crypt like that. So we have a neighbor who has a huge, property, and he has this huge garage. And I thought, let's turn this into a crypt. So we built that set within 2 days, and then shot in there and made all the props. And it was 128 degrees that day in Arizona when we shot that. So we had to close the garage, and we had flames. We were burning up. It felt like we were in hell.
So 30 degrees in a desert, and then 100 degrees in a garage.
The garage I think it read 130 something. We had a swamp cooler in there, and it was
oh my gosh.
I work in HVAC, so I'm in the attics all the time. So I know.
We had, people don't realize what you sacrifice when you make things.
God, that's brutal.
Okay, so we have gone so far out of the normal world today. It's amazing. It's fun.
We're just happy to have you.
Thank you.
Right.
I do want to ask a couple more questions for sure, though. Number one, the most important thing is where can we find everything Fading Nemesis?
You can go to fadingnemesisofficial.com. That's our website. That'll have everything at any given time. So if you're allergic to social media, go there. Otherwise, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook under Fading Nemesis. And all our updates and things will be up on all our socials at all times. Go to Spotify. We've put out quite a few singles. Go and add our stuff to workout playlists, because a lot of people have said that it's perfect music for working out. And then YouTube, we've got a lot of visuals coming out. I'm a very visual person, so for me, music is not just an audible experience; it's a theatrical experience, which includes everything in the senses. And so the visual is huge. So go to YouTube, subscribe, share, and all those good things. Because honestly, we couldn't do this without our fans and audience.
I love it, and you do a really good job of keeping everybody updated. I've seen some of your reels and just touching base, and that's a great thing for a band to do, because it is so easy to get lost in the shuffle if you don't keep yourself out there, and you guys are doing that. So
Thank you.
awesome job.
Thank you.
Very good Facebook page for sure. Haven't checked out the Instagram or TikTok, but I'm sure it's
I will tell you, I'll give you a secret. Here's the thing I love about interviews. I get to give away my dirty secrets. As far as I hate social media, I hate it. I'm allergic to it. I have a mental anaphylactic shock every time I have to go on there. But I have come to realize that if I don't use it as a tool to communicate with the ones that are supporting us and following us, that's what it is for me. Because you go on there and you think, well, what trend am I supposed to follow? What am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm supposed to look this way, or I'm supposed to chew bubble gum and do my makeup in my bathroom and do it for 29.6 seconds, or it's going to fail. And I just, the whole message for me out to the world, and especially to girls, and especially to any generation, is just cut the bullshit. Be yourself. Whenever you have something to say, when you're living life and you have something to actually put out there, put it out there. Don't be afraid to share it. Don't let it be contrived, because it's going to show through. So I think my fear of social media, I'm getting over it myself by just staying true and authentic. And so
absolutely, that's
all you can do.
That's so cool. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
It is absolutely no secret to anybody that's follows our show that I love female-fronted bands.
Yeah. Okay.
I just love the sound, and you've got the raw power with what I've seen so far. And I'm gonna keep digging into your stuff and following you I've already liked your page. Hey, everybody, go like that page. That helps them.
Thank you, John.
Go to the shows, buy merch, do those things. That's
Go
how
to
you
YouTube and subscribe and share.
That's right. That's right. I mean, there's a merch store on the website. Come on.
Yes,
It's coming soon.
Oh, it's coming.
We are just now in the process, because we're preparing. The record's going to drop spring of 24, and we're just getting the merch store backed up in there and just setting up for a tour to tour the album late spring and all of summer with festivals. So
that's the first thing I always scroll all over is their merch. That's why there was no merch on that little showcase. I already clicked on it earlier.
He's looking for beanies.
I'll tell you what, I'll get you a personal link to all the merch, and then you can scroll all you want.
I love it. My favorite thing.
Now, you said a spring tour, but are you? If I think I saw correctly, you're doing some shows in support of Saving Abel coming up?
Yes, I did put on our social media. Saving Abel postponed their entire tour, and so
I saw that.
We pulled back on that. So we just took it as time, because we're working on the second record, and then there's a lot of other stuff that we're working on in the studio, shooting another couple of music videos this fall, and so it's good. We're not wasting time and just getting ready for all that's coming up, gearing up for next year.
Right on. Yeah, right on. And I saw that you guys were honoring all the people, the ticket holders and all that kind of stuff, and making sure that they're all taken care of,
And we're
which
going
is
to do a
really
listening
cool.
party, and they get a sneak peek of the record. So we're going to do a local just listening party, meet and greet, and just spend some time with them, with everyone who bought tickets.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything that you've got going on right now that, as far as shows? Well, I guess you had Saving Abel in your pocket.
We don't have anything booked, but we got some major stuff in the background works, which I am not at liberty to say yet, but it will be announced soon. So.
There it is.
There it was.
Every show.
I am not at liberty to say by those people behind me. No, they're not gonna be behind me. I'm not at liberty to say because I'm not going to say it.
we totally don't hate it when a band says that, because we get excited because we know that there is something, and there's something big that they can't talk about yet.
And when that big news is available for your release, if you will, you just come back on here and we'll let the world know with us.
Absolutely. I would love to do that. Would love to do that.
But yes, you are welcome here anytime. The same link that you got in on will get you in, even if you just want to, just sneak in and go, see if Randy got his name on there this time.
Otherwise, I'm gonna put on our merch store, Mr. ...
Right.
Oh my
Seriously,
goodness!
when the record comes out in fall, in spring, I would love to actually come back and we do kind of a promotion of the record. That'd be awesome.
We would love.
You can even shoot us an email with like sound bites and stuff like that, and we can play them up on here too. Even if it's something's not released, be like, "Hey, here's a pre-released little clip."
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do anything we can for you. Anything that you think is gonna help you out, we're down. That's what we love to do. We love to promote bands, just because we love the bands.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, John.
I think that was Ashton's child.
It was definitely my child. He's beating the hell out of my couch right now for some reason.
How old is your son?
About to turn 4 in a couple weeks. Oh. So little dude.
Yeah.
I was just guessing there was a weird noise, and then I thought that I heard it mute, and I was like, I'm gonna guess it was Ashton's.
I'm trying. Like, my hand is literally like on my microphone the whole time, just constantly pressing the button on and off.
Oh, it's good stuff. Well, do you have anything else out that you need to get out there?
I'm good. If there's anything that you guys want to ask, we have a minute or two. Is there are there any other questions you got?
I wrapped up all of my normal questions, and I didn't write down any random ones.
Okay.
Randy has a little randomizer cards that he has somewhere.
I do.
I'm not ready.
Yeah. Thanks, John.
Are you embarrassed?
You have a
Actually, the whole there are a whole bunch of decks like this.
Okay.
And yes, it's really cool. And I am using them like this, and there are like 6 of them, and they're holding up my camera. So thanks, John.
I thought you got a little bit taller. You take one out, shrink the camera down.
That's funny.
But have you ever had a "this cannot be happening" moment? And what was it?
On stage, in life.
Let's do on stage.
Yeah.
Stop it. Yes, we have just recently had a "this cannot be happening" moment. Well, literally our first show back. So I had taken a break, so I hadn't been on stage in a while, and we were doing these shows with Peyton Parrish, and everything was sound checked. Everything, we had great rehearsals. I mean, it was like we were coming in professional. This was gonna just rock. Though we were openers, we were high calibered musicians, performers.
Mm-hmm.
And we get on stage. I mean, everything was sound checked. I get on stage, my in-ears just they're not working. Then come to find out, nothing was working. No, nothing was working except for front of house. I mean, literally, this cannot be happening. This is my first show back, and we had done so much prep, and there was no way anything could have gone wrong. I mean, battery checks. I get OCD about checking things. I'm very A-type personality. Literally everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And at one point, I went to just go during the song Allegiance. I went to just go sing, and literally, I pulled something in my back, and I was like, "You're kidding!"
Oh my gosh!
But we all were doing our thing, and nobody even noticed that anything had gone wrong. And after the show, I was in so much pain. I was like, "We killed it. We delivered. We just did it." But I can't believe this just happened. But it was, we passed the test. I think it was the rock gods giving us a test on our initiation coming back. Are you ready for this life? I believe that's what it was.
It's exactly. Like, I did my job, now leave me alone.
I kind of feel that because we've kind of been on a break for about, how long? Has it been about a month? 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
3 weeks.
Okay. We've kind of been on a break.
Okay.
And today was our first day back.
Okay.
And yes, and you are our first interview after coming back.
Okay.
And
Fantastic.
I had spent my day off last week setting everything up on this wonderful computer that I have over here on the side, and had it all perfect. And then I get up here and the sound is not working at all. I had everything pulled up, had all the videos, I was going to run everything off that over there, and nothing was working. And then I went, oh shit, 15 minutes before 7, I had to switch everything over to a laptop and everything like that. So I totally feel I'm like, so that's why the ... still on there, because
and the pod decks are holding up your phone.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
All right.
So I feel that. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Randy, I'm going to ask a small question and say, has Bo showed up in the waiting room, if you will?
No, nobody is there.
Okay.
Just want to. Can you see that?
A little autograph, nothing more.
Nothing more.
Oh, there's a reflection on there. I can't.
Oh, there is, isn't there?
Yeah, I just know the album art, so I'm like, it is hard to see.
That's cool. That's going to go up on the wall, I'm assuming, right behind you.
It already is. My wife just pulled it off the wall.
Oh, fantastic.
Because it's over in the corner. It's kind of like these here. And all signed up. And after the interview, I'm telling you, these guys are spectacular people.
Yeah.
And they deserve everything that's coming to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, John, I have nobody else in the queue. Nothing's going on.
He just messaged me and said he had to do an update, and he did it, and he thought he was there, and so I just wanted to check for him.
Do you guys have another interview after this?
Yeah, we usually do.
Yes, it's currently trying to get into the system.
It's okay.
We're going to be talking to, and you may have seen them on AGT. We have the singer from True Villains.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic.
I've known Bo for about 12 years now, and through a couple different projects. So
brilliant.
We couldn't do an interview with him while they were doing a show, so we had to push him back out.
Okay. We had to push him back out. Now we can't get him in.
Now we can't get him back in at all. So
that's fantastic.
So one thing I actually want to know, you said you did that show you mentioned with Peyton Parrish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge Peyton Parrish fan. So how was it playing with him? Or playing with his show?
Yeah, no, it was incredible. It was incredible. He is just a phenomenal performer. He's an incredible person, and their whole team, their entire crew was brilliant. We did the Texas shows with them. So we did House of Blues in Houston and we did Dallas with them. I think for me, it was a real shock how many kids were in the audience, because not only did he have a bunch of Vikings, but because of the Disney album, it was just filled with kids. And so it was really amazing because there was a diversity of audience. They are nothing but professional. They're incredible, incredible people. And Peyton is just down to earth, unbelievable human being, talented, off the charts. He gets up on stage and literally, you just feel this godlike creature has just shown up. So unbelievable.
Nice.
Yeah. And
nice.
just
that is amazing.
Heart of gold.
Yeah, because I remember I stumbled on him on TikTok one time, which is probably how a lot of those kids showed up. And I was like, hang on. This dude's voice, I need more of that. It's just powerful and clean. And I'm like, I love it.
Yeah. And the way we had that done is Dusty, who's our producer as well. He is the guitar player. He's Peyton's guitar player as well. So
I'm jealous.
Yeah, Dusty Bowles is an incredible, incredible producer, incredible guy, and phenomenal guitar player. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, I guess we got Bo in. Does that mean I'm out?
You can stay with us as long as you want. Meet Bo.
Hi, Bo.
What's up? Hello.
Bo, you're coming in broken on my computer.
Oh yeah, he did. Just
very broken. Very, very broken. But yeah, though, if you want to stick around, you are more than welcome to hang out.
I can let you guys do your thing with Bo, so you have, you can give him undivided attention. But I really appreciate you guys having me on the show. Really, really, thank you. So.
We're so thankful that you came up.
Yeah, and thank you for the support. And I can just, I'll watch you guys. So it's live now on.
Yes,
on
it's
Facebook.
live on Facebook and on YouTube right now.
Okay, brilliant.
There we go.
Well, thank you again, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful night.
You too.
All right. I don't know what's going on with those.
How do
What's
I
up?
actually leave? Let's see. There we go.
That's a good question.
Oh, there
Just
we go.
click anything that looks red.
Bye, guys. Have a great time. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, you too.
Thanks, you too.
So, Bo, I can hear you. I just can't see you. So
You can't see me?
No.
He is on the live stream, though. We can't see him, but the feed can.
yeah, you are on the live stream, so you're still here. But
That's all I care about.
That's what they just
don't
said.
make any
The seat
faces
is on
when
the
you
live.
can see.
All right.
Well, that's odd. That's new.
Yeah, that is.
Bo, what's going on, man?
I
Dude,
guess I
it's
could have
been
looked over.
forever. I feel like I haven't like seen you, and this is not real life, but in like probably 10 years or something.
It's been a while. So let's dive into a touch of history, and then we'll jump into the present. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
So the history part is I met you with your band Ivy Stone a lot of years ago, and you guys were all out of Minnesota.
/ North Carolina.
And then you guys kind of parted ways, and now half of you are still in Nashville. So what's going on now?
Well, basically that band kind of ended because we had just done a lot of touring, and I was kind of looking to go to just like a bigger city, like where things were happening, and I don't know. We had just toured a lot, and I was like, this isn't really like working fast enough or doing it. We need to go somewhere where we can like meet people. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna move to Nashville. We had actually, most of us had taken a trip here, like on vacation. It was probably 8 years ago now or something like that. And as soon as I got back, I was like, yep, I'm moving. And I decided, like, I think I moved 2 months after that. We came and visited in October, and I had moved here at the end of January. So And then those guys decided to go back to school, but eventually they made their way here, and now they've been here too for probably like 2 years or so.
So how did you like you guys all parted ways, and I know that they're still doing music stuff too because I follow them as well.
Yep.
So how did you get linked up doing the True Villain thing?
Those guys were all like professional side guys down here, like playing for different country artists and, you know, just doing the side guy thing. But ultimately, they all liked rock music and wanted to start their own band. And so they kind of started True Villains, and they had another singer, but they had done one show with him, and he just had some really bad like drinking and drug problems. He was kind of a mess. And so they put up an ad on Craigslist, and I was still living in Minnesota, but I was looking through the Nashville posts just to see like what was going on. So as soon as I moved down, I could like, you know, meet some people and like get going just doing something. And so I connected with them, and then here we are still together, like, you know, 7 years later.
Now 7 years later, and you said just doing something. Now let's just talk about something you just did.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people on here that have ever watched AGT possibly saw you over the summer.
Yeah, it was a really fun experience.
So how did that all go for you guys? Like the startup and getting into doing the show.
So Tim's mom, Tim is the guitar player. His mom has just watched the show forever, and she's always like, there's never any bands on here. Like, you guys need to just sign up and just see what happens. But we were always, I don't know, we were just like busy doing other stuff. And Tim finally signed up while he was back home visiting his mom at some point. And they reached out to us and asked us to come to one of their like open auditions they were doing here in Nashville. And so the audition is basically like you go into a room with the producer or like one of the producers for the show, and you kind of like showcase what it is you do, and they videotape it and to give to like the higher ups, you know, to get approved. And it was really chill. It was actually kind of just like a hang sesh, you know. She just like already liked us from everything she saw, and then kind of just was like, okay, what else can you guys do? Like, give us some of your like your personality. And I don't know, like they just wanted us. We kind of just like hung out and just jammed for them, and then down the road, like a couple months later, eventually they called us and they asked us to come out for the actual like show audition where we ended up playing that cover of Bad Guy. And so they flew us out to Pasadena, where in California, where they rent the convention center and had us be a part of that, which is where we ran into Steel Panther, which was pretty cool. Because we had toured with those guys previously, and we like were standing outside, and we were like, "What the hell are you guys doing here?" And they're like, "We're gonna go on America's Got Talent. What are you guys doing here?" And we're like, "We're also here for America's Got Talent." And their audition day was the day before ours, so we got to go in and watch their audition before, because they have you go in there and you kind of hang out for, you know, a handful of days, so they can just kind of like walk you through how it's gonna go. And yeah, it was pretty fun.
So honestly, did Steel Panther really have to audition, or did they just like, you know, you guys are already in? But did they really go through the motions of an audition?
I mean, they went and did the audition thing in front of the judges, but I mean that's part of the show, you know, where you're gonna get a bunch of traction from new fans. I feel like it was more of a cross promotion thing. Like they probably were asked to come on the show, and it was more of like a cross promotion where like, you know, people who are fans of Steel Panther that normally would not watch the show are probably gonna tune in, and you know, some people that have never heard of Steel Panther are gonna, you know, see what they're about, because it was a, you know, it was a less explicit Steel Panther.
Yes, it was.
Right.
Which is hard to believe.
It's like, how are they going to do this? How are they possible? There's not one song that they could possibly do.
It's like playing on the radio, just the whole thing is just a bleep. It's like, well, okay.
Right. So for you guys as a band, has things changed for you, like booking wise or anything like that, since you've done the show as well?
Okay.
True, true. I'm gonna ask my co-host real quick. Is he breaking up for you guys like he is on mine right now?
Yeah, it's really spotty.
I'm gonna say that we should play a short little clip of the video for this. And Bo, can we have you maybe try to like log out and log back in and see if it clears up our connection? Awesome. We're gonna play a little short clip of "Dig Your Grave."
You make your bed now, lie in it. You dug your grave now, die in it. You reach for me to pull you up when you give up to me. Slowly, I did say you're free now. What I really wanna say is you've only got yourself to blame. Nothing left for me to say. If you go too deep, you'll dig your own grave. 6 feet down, you feel just like here.
While we're waiting, Randy, you're on mute.
Yeah, really cool.
Well,
Welcome back.
while we're waiting for Bo to jump back on here, I want to say I have been a fan of Bo's for all these years, mostly because I just love to hear him sing.
He does. He has a unique voice.
It's absolutely incredible. And to see him perform live, he
Oh
has
yeah.
so much energy when he's on the stage. It's just one of those pure raw things, and my stream just died on my phone.
Well, on the plus side, we're still
Can't blame me
live.
for that one.
Facebook and YouTube, we're still good. So
Let's see if it pops back up over here. Let's see what's going on. We're back.
Hey, I do
Yeah,
want to.
that's crazy.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Let me see if we got a good connection here.
come on, cross your fingers.
Are the kids singing, Ashton?
Yeah, I didn't mute it in time.
Bo, let's see if that's better.
Yo, am I still breaking up? Hey, hey, hey.
Right
This
now,
is better.
1,000 times better.
Weird.
Oh yeah, way better now.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so we played a short little clip of "Dig Your Grave," and I was just letting these guys know how much I love your voice. So I'll
Thanks,
let you in
man.
on that part of what we talked about. And there's one other really important question I have for you: is how did you guys let a hockey game break out during your concert?
I can't believe it either. Couldn't believe it either. Yeah, that was a super fun experience. I'm hoping we'll get to do a couple more of those. I mean, I don't know anywhere else that you can do something like that because it's only in Music City, in Nashville, that I've ever seen that happen. And yeah, we played at Bridgestone, which is the arena down here, just last week, during in between the periods for the Predators games. So like the hockey games down here, they have a band shell and they'll have live music in between periods sometimes. It's pretty fun.
That is the most Canadian thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's why I was like, it had to be like somewhere up north, but I'm like, that is Canadian right there.
Good old Nashville.
I'm a huge hockey fan, so the fact that I saw that you were playing at the breaks of the Predators game, I was like, that's pretty sick. Like I gotta get into that one a little bit too.
Yeah, it was fun.
I wish I would have watched that game, but they probably wouldn't have shown me the intermission. So
yeah, we did an interview the Saturday before, and I had some friends hit me up that they saw us there, and then some watched the game last Tuesday, and they said it wasn't really shown on TV because that's when commercials are. It's like you could see us for a little bit and hear some of the stuff and like hear us playing a little bit in the background, but it was mostly like the commentators kind of like leading out and back into the game or like the commercial break. It was mostly just for people that were there at the arena.
Right.
Yeah, makes sense, I guess.
You gotta get that money.
Kind of sucks.
You gotta get that commercial
yeah,
money.
it kind of sucks, but yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of get it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely get
that is really cool.
So what's your guys' next plans for the road? And also probably what's your next plans for like new music?
Yeah, so we were very unprepared, and like after we played the show, it's like neither of those songs we had completely ready that we played on the show. So we recorded that cover of Bad Guy, and then we recorded another cover that we do, and then we recorded 2 new songs with our producer Nick, and one of them is the Dead to Me song that we played on the show, and then another new one. And we're probably going to put out Bad Guy before the year ends, but the rest of it we're probably going to save for 2024 just because the industry kind of shuts down in the wintertime anyways. And we just want to have some like content to go around it too, and then get ready for summertime, like spring coming back in the summertime when all the gigs pick back up again, and we'll do some shows in for sure Indianapolis and Minnesota and California and here in Tennessee, and I'm not sure what else, but we'll be bouncing around a little bit next summer.
Well, you have a home away from home here too. Don't forget that.
There was some people after on the AGT thing that were like, "Come play at the Booby Trap," and I was like, "Man, I've been there before. I've played there before." It's just like funny that somebody else said that.
Been there, done that.
That's funny.
I love that place. It's still going, right? They're still going strong.
You cut out on us again there, bro.
Is the Booby Trap still going strong?
Yeah, it sure is. Like I don't go out as often as I once did. I'm getting older, buying a house. It's all those weird things in life that slow you down.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you had that house before. That was a crazy party house.
Yeah, and this one's got a nice new twisted diamond basement that I'm working on putting together still.
Hell yeah!
That's actually where he's at right now.
But it's just not all done.
Yeah, I see all your pictures up there in the background. I mean, 1% of what you have.
Basically, I had to have
all unlevel.
Hey, bite your tongue. You come hang them.
Just saying.
I had to move about 8 of them today before the show because I had to add a couple more pictures. So I was like, oh, I got to start shifting, squeeze in a couple more.
Yeah.
Tetris.
It has definitely been a Tetris game. Bo, where can everybody find all of your guys' stuff? True Villains, anything they're looking for? Dates, tour, merchandise?
Pretty much everything is True Villains Nashville for Spotify, Apple Music, and our website is True Villains Nashville. That has like all our merch. music videos. It'll have all our tour dates for next year once we release all that stuff, and then Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff. Yep. There it is. That's probably like last year.
Ashton's always very quick to get the websites up to show everybody what they're kind of looking for to make sure they're at the right website, basically.
I appreciate that.
I have one job and I do it damn good.
Oh.
Take it 1 second to find it.
He does pretty well. Randy, what do you got?
Not much. I'm just excited to be back on and getting to talk to everybody again. It's really good to talk to you again, Bo. It's so good to see you.
I have a question. For John, have you talked to the Nasty Habits dudes or the Delacoma guys? Have they been on the show?
We have talked to Del. We have talked to Rick. I haven't talked to the guys from Nasty Habit. I would love to talk with Kenny and Tommy. I just haven't reached out to them to do it, but I don't know with what they're doing right now if it's something they want to get with us or not. Like if they're actually recording stuff or not.
For sure.
But yeah, I still try to follow and keep up with all the bands that I helped over the years. I've always kept in touch as much as possible and kind of followed your guys' futures, if you will.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It gets tough to see the bands that I was, maybe helping them grow, to watch them part ways because I'm always like, oh man.
I know, right?
But then you get to see them all like sprout new off in different directions.
For sure. I'm sure you've seen a lot of that. You housed so many bands.
It's been a lot. There's been quite a few over the years that I've seen them come and go, if you will. But I've also seen so many of them transform into different bands or things over the years, and I don't try to choose sides ever. So if like you have a falling out with one of your bandmates, I might still support both of you and give you guys the same offer if you're coming through that I'm here for. So it's just how I operate. Unless one of them slights me a little bit, then I'll be like, nah, maybe I won't let them stop here anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's happened maybe twice over the years that I was like, I don't think I'm going to help that band anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
It happens.
Sucks for them. Sucks for them.
So, Bo, what do you see for you guys as a band overall in the next 2 years? Like big goals.
Big goals. Definitely do some festivals and some more tours. Just like opening for any other band. I mean, I'm hoping like the producer that we work with. He works with a lot of bigger bands like Foo Fighters and Hailstorm and Korn and Evanescence and all them. And we have some other friends like mutual friends that are friends with like Hailstorm crew, and a lot of those people actually live here in Nashville. So we're hopefully eventually they will take us out on the road with them and let us open up for some dates.
Right, you're definitely in the right spot to find some bands to open for. And Nashville is huge, and it's so much talent just piled into that city.
For sure.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna try. We're definitely gonna try a lot harder to hit just all of the social media and internet a little bit harder in 2024 too, because I mean we played a lot of shows, and COVID kind of like took the wind out from under us, but we're just trying to take another approach to it, especially after seeing what AGT can do, with like the power of just the internet and like people sharing all that stuff and catching on to something and trying to do more of that to gain a following. It just seems to be the new way. Other than going out and touring, it's so expensive to go out and tour a lot, and I don't know. The ways of using the internet just seemed like the new way to make things work because the music industry just keeps getting harder to make money in, to like survive. So it's like you got to kind of be smart about it.
With that said, I'm going to make my statement again. Go like their page, go subscribe to their stuff, go buy their merch off their website, go to their live shows.
Support rock.
I said my piece twice. In the same
Support
show.
any live.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
Oh, and also sometimes when band members get sick or ill, they're unable to perform a couple shows. And I just want to say, Paul Stanley, get well so that Kiss can get back on the road as well. You guys are so welcome.
you had that one loaded in the chamber, and you're upset because they weren't mentioned once this show, so you had to just and just take that one.
Just waited and waited.
I have to mention Kiss in some way, shape, or form if they're not mentioned on the show.
Dear God.
Oh my goodness.
So I had to squeak it in before we ran out of our time tonight. Also, I do want to make a very big mention. Lynch Mob has a new album out called Babylon. It's out there. It's available. Go check it out. Lynch Mob, come on. It's George Lynch. Do it. Bo, I don't have any other fantastic questions. Is there anything out there that you want to get out there about you guys or just about yourself or anything in general?
Not really. Mostly just check us out and stay tuned for 2024 so you can see all the new stuff we're going to be putting out.
Absolutely. Bo, you're always welcome here anytime with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
When you have new stuff coming out, if you just want to even just send us a little sound clip, we can make Ashton play a little sound clip through the show, whatever as well.
Hell yeah. I'll definitely do that.
Good at it. And that link that you have, it always works. Like that's the never-ending link, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're bored on a Wednesday and you're like, oh, hey, I bet those guys are doing their thing. So, boom, jump in and say, hey.
Hell yeah, I will do.
We're a very social group.
And as always, if there's anything that we can do for you to help you, just let us know. We're here. And if you're traveling through, even if you're not stopping to play the trap, hey, I'm here. Stop by.
Gotta say hi.
I'm like 3 minutes off the highway now, so it's like it's not really like you're going out of your way.
Man, I haven't even been to Kansas in forever. Probably since I saw you last was the last time I was in Kansas.
Lucky.
It's been a long time, brother.
It's been a minute, yeah. But dude, you're such a music head. I can't believe you haven't made it to Nashville.
There's been talk.
Yes.
There has been talk because there's
what are you waiting for?
Little Rockin' Pod convention that goes on out there every year.
Yeah, I've been to that a couple of times.
So we talked about it last year. We actually interviewed Chris that was in charge of it, but now he's passed it off to somebody else for this next year. So we'll have to
Have to
keep our talks.
Yeah, we need to hunt him down now.
Yeah. I feel another interview coming on.
Right.
Yeah, definitely make your way out for that. I mean, it's gotten bigger and bigger every year.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many people that were there this past year that I was just like, wow, we could have done like 5 million interviews, but we would have been like so in awe and starstruck of everything going on. We'd have been like, we did 2 interviews the whole time we were here. Like, what were we doing?
Oh well.
There's always tons of cool stuff to buy too. You'll be so pumped. I know that I think last year there was a dude just selling tons of like Kiss merchandise. He had a huge booth set up.
You
See,
see,
if you would have waited, John.
if I would have waited, it was
You
coming.
just needed to wait. Damn trigger happy.
I know. All right, you guys. Oh, I want to thank you again. I appreciate your time and everything. I think we're gonna play a quick little outro. I assume. I don't know anymore.
I don't have that clip.
I do have a couple of things I wanted to kind of cover.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little show going on in Chickasha. You know, you went to Chickasha with us, same place, and it's gonna be Josie Scott's Saliva. So hopefully we're gonna be able to interview him, and they are with the other LA, which we had on here.
And we've had them on. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, we have. So
They're from
I'm really
Nashville.
excited about that. As are they really? Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I know those guys
Yes,
really
they
well.
are.
There it is.
So yeah, so
That is
hopefully
awesome.
we'll be able to set up an interview with the other LA and get that thing going. So it's going to be really cool. And also one of our local bands, Soul Crisis, the lead singer is on a Netflix game show type thing. It's called The Squid Game, and he is contestant 422. So check out Netflix, The Squid Games, and go for Riley Hahn because he's awesome. He's awesome, man.
That's cool. Very cool.
Okay, that's what I had.
I love it. And we're not gonna do outro music.
Yeah. Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. I don't have the outro clip. That's yours.
Right,
I
let's
did
see if
everything
this
else.
works.
Come on now.
We bang your ugly friends too.
Didn't work. Well, that didn't work.
And cut.
Worth a shot.
Yeah, sorry. That-
Hey, did you kill the live stream?
No.
Not
Do you
yet.
want me to kill the live stream? I just got.
I
done
mean,
playing
isn't that kind of the whole point?
What's up? What's up?
You don't ask him for two things. He's only good for one thing per week. You can either get
Yeah.
outro or ending the
Yeah,
stream.
yeah.
I'm gonna start bundling my requests because stream.
Right, it's 2 in 1. Play the outro and end it. There it is.
Yeah.
I think we still got YouTube,
No,
unless
we don't.
I'm just
It's-
behind. I think I'm just behind on YouTube.
So now that all that's over, and wait, tell me that
We're still
It shouldn't be.
live on YouTube. Okay, now it just died.
okay. So,
Now we're dead.
Bo, are you still with us?
Yeah, what was that?
So I was gonna give you guys a quick little visual
Oh hell yeah!
of. Okay, so
There we go.
that's coming down the stairs. If we turn right, maybe I'll do it this way. If I turn right,
3D5.
Slash.
I gotta back up a little.
Pivot's Edge. Yeah.
Little
Sunset
sunset.
Riot.
Hell yeah!
Those are the Hard Rock Cafe pins, and then
All the pics.
guitar picks.
All the colored posters.
I think that sounds racist.
God damn it. It is now.
It is now.
Wall of games. We have a little seating area with TV.
Hell yeah. Is that lamp a Jaeger lamp? Hang on. Jesus, fuck. I'm not even mad. That's badass.
So the bar top is not ready yet.
Oh, I see it. Yep, yep.
The bar top is actually going to go against this wall over here.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a mini split. I know what that is.
The bar top is going to sit on this wall for an extra
Hell
seat.
yeah.
We have the sticker wall here. And if I could scan fast enough, I could find one that said Ivy Stone and zoom into it, but I'm not fast enough.
There's so many stickers on there.
I can see it.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. Damn.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
And then the little wet bar area.
That's pretty slick.
Oh, and
Just
Randy.
put the bar on top of the wet bar.
And this is that mine up top. I'm walking around objects too, so I don't trip. So.
Dude, that's a massive basement.
Meanwhile, the rest of the house is all in boxes because all of his time has been spent downstairs.
Sadly, this is the last area we've tackled.
Oh, wow.
Here's the guitar.
Dope ass guitar.
I proposed to my wife with this one, signed by Delacoma. We got Rabbit.
Hell yeah.
And then the other side of the bar over here. We gotta hit this wall. Whoops.
Dangerous toys. Glitter boys.
And then we can scan up to the other side. Now I'm really walking around a bunch of shit too, by the way. Because the floor over here is a disaster.
Oh, good lord.
Wow.
More
Yeah.
That is a Wild Street signed guitar.
Damn.
Dude, that guy's still going too, I saw.
Yep, he's
He
in
was-
Europe right now somewhere.
He was just in Nashville not too long ago.
Yeah, he like moved to Nashville and then all of a sudden he's in Europe and he's over there.
Yeah.
And then we have and there you had a little tour of the new diamond.
Damn.
That's badass.
Oh, and of course, I should not ever ignore the coming down the stairs guitar.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's definitely a forceful entrance right there.
That is my diamonds guitar.
That's badass.
You had to get a bigger basement for a bigger collection.
Now,
Right?
the downside of this basement is all those fucking windows are taking up all my wall space.
Yeah.
Just board them up. Who needs fucking windows?
Like my wife's like, "Oh my god, I love all these windows," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's a lot of
No.
wall I'm losing."
Fuck them windows.
And then
Yeah, can
all
we
the two walls around the seating area they're all concrete, so I can't just randomly hang shit on those either. So
You'll figure it out, man.
we're working on it.
You're just not trying hard enough.
Well, we tried to get some Velcro command strips, but they will not hold my poster frames. So that was not the right answer.
So go to Home Depot and buy a ram set. It is a nail gun that's designed to shoot into concrete, and it shoots with 22 rounds, like little 22 bullets. Shoots the nail into concrete.
My brother has one. I just can't see the point in spending that kind of money just to hang some posters.
It's to hang posters. You just answered yourself.
All right. Hey, we should have said Happy Thanksgiving to everybody on the show. But
we should have.
So Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I have to get up early and take my wife to the airport for a trip to Louisiana. So she had her grandma passed away. And
that's too bad.
So she's going to Louisiana tomorrow for Thanksgiving/funeral.
Awesome trip for a shitty reason. That sucks.
So yeah, travel day on Thanksgiving. I'm sure.
Dang.
Right.
So yeah, you guys, thanks again, Bo.
Yeah, thank you. Happy
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving.
For real, stay in touch, bro. It's great to hear from you.
Good to hear from you too.
I still absolutely love hearing you sing. It'll never change. I absolutely love it.
I'm still going strong, man. Come to Nashville. Y'all make a trip. Make a trip.
We've got to. We've got to.
I'm wanting to.
Like my wife
Unanimous.
Not too long back, but right now it's we just got in this house and let's make sure we're okay first.
For sure.
Right.
So it's all that. So, all right, guys.
Well, I'll see you at Rockin' Pod next summer.
We bang your ugly friends too.